Welcome, curious minds, to another deep dive. Have you ever found yourself in a moment, maybe a conversation, where the air just kind of hums with unspoken meaning? Where words felt almost, I don't know, secondary to the subtle glances, the shared smiles, that palpable connection that just was?
Absolutely. We all navigate a world brimming with these silent signals, these subtle cues, and they often reveal far more than any carefully chosen sentence.
Yeah, exactly. Today, we're embarking on an exhilarating deep dive into this fascinating realm of nonverbal communication. We're specifically zeroing in on those powerful, often unconscious signs that might hint at a deeper, maybe even romantic interest.
Right. It's like learning to read a secret language that, well, everyone speaks, but few consciously understand.
It's truly astonishing, isn't it? How much information we transmit and receive through glances, gestures, actions, even our clothes, all without uttering a single word.
hmm These expressions happen in complete silence, sometimes so quickly we don't even consciously register them. But our brains, they're constantly processing.
So our mission today is to decode this silent language for you, our listener, to help you become a master observer, gain insight into those aha moments.
So you can truly understand that unspoken symphony of human connection.
Yeah.
We're aiming to give you the key, essentially, to understanding the hidden conversations happening all around you.
And to guide us through this intricate dance, we've got a fantastic stack of insights. They're drawn from Mehdi Hassan's insightful piece, Beyond Words, Four Unspoken Signs She Might Be Falling for You.
It's a really interesting source.
It is. And this deep dive is all about giving you a shortcut to being exceptionally well informed, to understand what those subtle clues truly mean when you encounter them in your own life.
Mhm.
So, what does this all mean for you, our listener? Well, it means gaining the powerful tools to read between the lines, or maybe read between the actions and the expressions that often tell the real, unfiltered story of someone's feelings.
Yeah, it's about moving beyond guesswork and into informed observation,
Mm-hmm.
which is always better. So, to navigate this intriguing landscape, we've mapped out a clear path for today's deep dive. We'll explore four distinct hypothetical scenarios from the source. Each one offers a unique window into the psychology behind unspoken attraction.
Okay.
We'll start with the very fundamental aspect of shared physical spaces.
Right, proximity.
Exactly. Then move into the meaning behind thoughtful gifts.
Yeah.
Delve into moments of shared vulnerability. And finally, consider the subtle language conveyed through wardrobe choices.
And we're not stopping there, are we? We're not just handing you the clues.
No, absolutely not. We're also giving you robust reality checks. These are crucial to ensure you're interpreting these signals correctly, helping you avoid common missteps.
And always understanding the crucial context surrounding these interactions. Because context is everything.
It really is. It's about building an informed perspective, not just, jumping to conclusions based on one little thing.
Oh, wait, let's do it. Let's unpack this silent language together,
Yeah.
uncover its fascinating layers, and see what insights we can uncover.
Sounds good.
Okay, let's kick things off with something that seems, well, utterly mundane, yet can be incredibly telling. The simple act of sharing a ride. Imagine you and someone you're interested in find yourselves frequently sharing, say, a rickshaw, a taxi, or even an Uber.
Right. Happens all the time.
At first glance, you might think, well, that's just convenient, right? We're going in the same general direction. Easy assumption to
It's
make.
very easy.
Yeah.
But here's where it gets really fascinating, where the subtle, almost imperceptible shifts in behavior can speak volumes.
Okay, tell me more.
Well, the core concept here isn't just about the shared journey itself. It's about the intentional choice of closeness within that journey. Our source uses a great example, actually, from a specific cultural context, sharing a rickshaw.
Okay.
Apparently, the left side is typically preferred because it offers more space and an easier exit. It's generally seen as the more comfortable, less restrictive option.
Right. Makes sense. And most people would naturally gravitate towards comfort, wouldn't they? More space, easier out.
You'd think so. So here's the signal. What if she consistently, perhaps even, insistently, chooses to sit on the right beside you?
Ah.
What if she actively positions herself to close that physical gap between you two, even when other, more spacious options are available?
Even when the left side is free.
Exactly. And as our source rightly points out, this isn't just about a rickshaw. It's a universal principle. It applies to any shared space. Think of a park bench with plenty of room.
Or a coffee shop booth.
Yeah, coffee shop booth with an empty spot opposite, or even just standing in a queue. It's about a deliberate, active decision to be closer to you.
Okay, so it's not accidental proximity, it's chosen proximity.
That's it. Precisely. And this brings us right into something called proxemics, the study of personal space.
Right, I've heard of that, like how close is too close, that kind of thing.
Yeah, pretty much. It was an anthropologist, Edward T. Hall, who really defined these different zones we operate in.
Zones.
Yeah, like intimate distance, which is super close, 0 to 18 inches for whispering, embracing.
Okay, very close.
And personal distance, maybe 1.5 to 4 feet for good friends, family.
Got it.
Social distance is further out, 4 to 12 feet for acquaintances, colleagues. And then public distance is 12 feet plus, like for public speaking.
Okay, so those are the zones. How does that connect to the rickshaw seat choice?
Well, when someone willingly chooses to enter your personal or maybe even edge into your intimate zone, especially when other options for more space exist, they are symbolically inviting you in.
Ah, an invitation.
Yeah, an invitation into a level of closeness typically reserved for those they trust and feel comfortable with.
Mm.
This isn't just about finding a convenient seat anymore.
Yeah.
It's a deliberate action. It reduces physical barriers, and it naturally facilitates more intimate face-to-face conversation.
And you mentioned our brains processing this.
Right. Our brains are basically hardwired to do a quick subconscious threat assessment when someone gets really close.
Okay.
When that instinct is overridden, not because they have to be close, but because they choose to be, it implies a powerful positive signal. It suggests she feels safe, secure, and genuinely drawn to your presence.
So it's about more than just finding a seat. It's about choosing to be in your space. It's an active decision, a nonverbal declaration of comfort and interest, rather than just passively accepting the situation.
Exactly. That distinction feels crucial, doesn't it?
It really does.
Because when someone initiates physical closeness or, readily accepts it when there are other options, it sends a very strong signal. Comfort, trust, a desire for a stronger connection.
Not necessarily romantic yet, you said?
Not necessarily romantic yet, no. But it very clearly opens the door to that possibility. It acts as a foundational step. It suggests a comfort level that, frankly, transcends mere acquaintance.
Because personal space is such a, well, personal thing.
It's a very intimate boundary, almost like an invisible shield we carry around. Allowing someone to breach it, or even initiating that breach, is a significant gesture. It's a sign they feel secure and positively inclined towards your presence. It's a physical manifestation of emotional openness, really.
And what's truly fascinating here is why this matters so profoundly. You touched on the brain wiring.
Yeah, our brains are hardwired, probably from an evolutionary standpoint, to protect our personal space. It's an instinctual protective mechanism, right? A way to maintain safety and autonomy.
Mm-hmm.
So overriding that deep-seated instinct for a specific person implies a positive emotional valence, basically, the inherent appeal something holds for us.
So a positive feeling towards me in
Yeah,
this scenario.
exactly. A strong positive feeling toward you. It's saying, without words, I feel good when I'm near you. I feel safe in your presence. Absolutely. The act of choosing to reduce distance when it's not strictly necessary signals a level of comfort and interest that you wouldn't typically extend to just anyone. It implies a positive feeling, an openness to connection. It suggests that her brain, on some subconscious level, is registering your presence as non-threatening and maybe even desirable.
Okay, that could be a foundational step towards building deeper rapport or even intimacy, as you said.
It definitely could be.
Now, this all sounds very promising, potentially quite exciting, but let's be realistic, right? Our source provides a crucial reality check.
Yes, very important.
If you're both sharing a ride from, say, a busy university gate or a crowded office building where it's the only practical option, or if everyone is genuinely crammed in because it's rush hour.
Then you probably shouldn't overthink it.
Right. That's just logistics, a simple matter of necessity, nothing more to see there.
Exactly. And this raises an important question that you, the observer, must actively ask yourself. Is it sheer convenience, or is it a deliberate choice?
How do you tell the difference?
Well, you look for the pattern, the context. If it feels like a genuine, deliberate preference on her part, where she forgoes more comfortable or spacious options just to be nearer to you, then the entire picture changes.
It goes from logistics to meaning.
Precisely. It moves from mere logistical necessity to a potentially meaningful, conscious decision. The key is observing if she makes an active effort to reduce the distance rather than simply accepting the only available space. Look for the intention behind the action, not just the action itself.
Okay, so give me a really concrete example.
Okay, Consider the difference between squeezing into a packed bus seat next to you, because it's literally the last available spot,
Right, happens all the time.
versus choosing the seat right next to you on a half-empty bus,
Okay.
when there are plenty of other options, maybe even empty rows further back.
Ah, okay. The latter is different.
Very different. The latter, the deliberate selection of closeness when other choices exist, that's the signal we're talking about. That the intentional choice, the active seeking of proximity that provides the deep insight.
The difference is intention.
That's the word. If she could have easily chosen another seat, but consistently chooses to be near you, that's a powerful, nonverbal statement of interest and comfort. It's her subconscious mind confirming that she enjoys your company and wants to be close.
It's an initiation, maybe a subtle one, but an initiation nonetheless.
Of a potentially deeper connection, yes.
So that's about physical space and the power of proxemics, a truly fascinating lens through which to view human interaction. Really makes you think.
It does.
But what about shared experiences that create a different kind of bubble? Maybe one infused with a bit of vulnerability, almost like a micro-adventure?
Ah, yes, the next scenario. This one is quite evocative.
Here's where it gets really cinematic almost. Like you said, straight out of a classic romantic film. Picture this with me, listener. It's 6 p.m., maybe on a bustling city street. You're walking and talking. Suddenly, a gentle rain starts, but it quickly turns into a steady downpour. And to add to the atmosphere, the power flickers and then goes out. It casts this soft, quiet glow over the usually vibrant city as streetlights dim, maybe neon signs flicker off.
Setting quite a scene.
Right. And you're sharing a single umbrella, huddled close, talking and navigating these suddenly subdued streets. You glance over and notice she's getting a little wet because, well, the umbrella isn't quite big enough for both of you to be fully covered.
This scenario is almost perfectly crafted, isn't it?
Yeah.
To highlight a very specific set of nonverbal cues.
It feels like it. So what's the clue here?
The clue here, as our source meticulously details, is her reaction to this minor discomfort. Despite the rain, despite getting damp, she seems completely unconcerned about it.
Really? Not bothered at all?
Apparently not. In fact, she appears far more absorbed in your story and the conversation you're sharing than she is in the weather. And because you're both under that single umbrella, the distance between you is minimal, just inches. You might even notice her, say, playfully brushing her wet hair from her face, occasionally looking at you and smiling warmly, completely unbothered by the external circumstances.
That's such a vivid image. It's not just the forced closeness from the umbrella, it's the acceptance of that closeness and this seeming disregard for the inconvenience.
Exactly.
It really feels like a moment where the external environment, with all its discomforts, just kind of fades away and only the two of you exist in this shared bubble.
Absolutely. This scenario creates what we can call a bubble of intimacy, sort of liminal space where normal social rules are slightly suspended.
In a bubble of intimacy, I like that.
Her indifference to the discomfort of the rain signals that her priority is the connection you're sharing in that moment. It's a powerful, nonverbal statement. You are more important than this inconvenience.
Wow.
Think about it. Our natural inclination when getting wet is often to seek immediate shelter, or at least express mild annoyance.
Yeah. Ugh, I'm soaked.
Exactly. When that reaction is entirely absent, replaced instead by engagement and focus on you, it speaks volumes about where her attention and comfort lie. It's a form of risk-taking for closeness, as our scorecard will later categorize it.
Risk-taking for closeness. Okay, so beyond just ignoring the rain, what are the deeper layers of psychology at play here? Why is this particular scenario so potent?
Well, there are several compelling layers. First, the shared umbrella forces close proximity, creating that unique, almost protective, intimate zone, much like we discussed with proxemics. This physical closeness naturally fosters a sense of being in it together.
Right, shared experience.
Second, the casual grooming like fixing her hair or brushing it from her face is often a subconscious act of self-presentation. A subtle preening, if you will.
Preening, like birds.
Sort of. We tend to do this when we are with someone we're attracted to, wanting to look our best, even in a rain-soaked, vulnerable moment. It's an unconscious effort to maintain or enhance her appearance, specifically for your perception. It signals an implicit desire to be seen favorably by you.
Interesting. Okay, what's the third layer?
Third, and perhaps most crucially, the shared vulnerability of the situation. Both of you are a little exposed to the elements, dealing with the unexpected power outage. It can rapidly build a sense of trust and closeness.
Like a mini adventure.
Exactly, a micro-adventure, a shared challenge that forges a unique bond. When we experience mild stress or novelty together, our brains can release neurochemicals like oxytocin, often called the love hormone, which is associated with bonding and trust.
Ah, so there's actual brain chemistry involved potentially.
Potentially, yes.
Yeah.
So this shared, slightly challenging experience is actually chemically fostering a deeper connection.
That vulnerability aspect feels really crucial, doesn't it? Feels like it strips away some of the usual social barriers and superficialities, revealing something more authentic.
Precisely. When we are vulnerable and we feel safe and comfortable in that vulnerability with another person, it fosters a deeper, more authentic connection. The rain and power outage amplify this, making it a memorable, shared experience you navigate together.
It's not just physical proximity, it's emotional proximity, too.
That's a great way to put it. It's profound emotional proximity, as she allows herself to be seen in a less than perfect natural state and feels comfortable doing so.
Now, life isn't always a movie scene, we know that. Not every rainy walk will have a romantic power outage backdrop.
Unfortunately not.
But even a situation that comes close to this, maybe just a shared moment of mild inconvenience where she remains focused and engaged with you, that could still be a strong indicator.
It certainly could. But, and this is vital, our source provides a red signal that's just as important to heed.
Okay, what's the red signal?
If you sense she's uncomfortable with the proximity, if she tries to subtly create more space, maybe leans away, or her body language stiffens up,
Ah,
that's also a clear signal, and one you should absolutely respect. Give her more space immediately.
right. Nonverbal cues are definitely a two-way street. Reading discomfort is as important as reading interest.
Absolutely. The ability to read and respect boundaries is paramount. Always observe her comfort level. The difference between a green light and a red light is her genuine reaction to the closeness and vulnerability.
A genuine connection is built on mutual comfort and respect.
Exactly. Not just your interpretation of her actions. If you notice any signs of discomfort pulling back, avoiding eye contact, a tense facial expression, that's your unambiguous cue to back off and respect her space. Ignoring a red signal is not only ineffective, but also deeply disrespectful.
Fair point. Okay, so how can you gauge this situation maybe a bit more clearly? Our source suggests a test.
Yes, a simple, subtle test. Towards the end of the walk, you could say with a lighthearted, almost playful tone, something like, "Oh, we got soaked. This umbrella didn't do much good, did it?"
Okay, just acknowledging the situation lightly.
Exactly. And if she responds with a warm, gentle smile, a genuine smile, you likely have your answer a positive one. It confirms her comfort and maybe even enjoyment of the shared, slightly damp moment.
That smile, it's the confirmation.
That smile, in that specific context, is the positive reciprocity. It's an affirmation that the experience was positive for her, despite the minor physical discomfort.
Okay, and this leads us to that scorecard you mentioned.
Yes, a fascinating special confirmation scorecard our source provides. It helps to quantify these subtle signs. Think about them in a more structured way.
All right, break it down for us.
Okay, first, ignoring the rain to be with you. This is explicitly labeled as risk-taking for closeness, and it's worth 2 points.
Why 2 points? Seems high.
Because it demonstrates an active willingness to prioritize your company and the connection over her own personal comfort or convenience. It's a tangible sacrifice, showing genuine interest in continuing the moment.
Okay, makes sense. What's next?
Comfortable within a 2–3 inch distance. This signifies entering the intimate zone, another 2 points. This reinforces the proxemics we talked about. She's welcoming entry into a very personal sphere.
Right, that deliberate closeness again.
Third, repeated eye contact paired with a smile. This is a strong interest cue, also 2 points. Sustained, positive eye contact is a universal sign of engagement and attraction, especially beyond just polite glances. Add a genuine smile. That amplifies the message significantly.
Okay, still at 2 points. What else?
Fourth, grooming, like fixing our hair. Categorized as subtle self-presentation, 2 points again. As we discussed, it's often that unconscious desire to appear appealing, to make a good impression for someone you're attracted to. She cares about your perception.
Okay, 4 items, all 2 points. Are there any lower point ones?
Yes. Fifth, embracing the rain-soaked vulnerability. This is trust-building display worth 1 point. It's slightly different from actively ignoring the rain. It highlights her comfort in an exposed, less-than-perfect state, showing trust and emotional openness.
Okay, 1 point for vulnerability. And the last one?
The last one is a smile in response to your comment about getting wet. This is positive reciprocity, also 1 point. It's that affirming feedback loop, confirming her enjoyment and that her earlier cues were likely positive.
So, adding it up. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1. That's 10 points total.
Exactly. A perfect 10.
So our source is suggesting that if you're tallying these up and you score low, you shouldn't be disheartened. These are just subtle indicators, right? Not definitive proof.
Absolutely not definitive proof. But if you hit a perfect 10, or even close to it, that's a very strong sign that you might be on the right track.
It's about the cumulative effect of these signals, isn't it? One signal alone might be ambiguous, easily dismissed as coincidence.
But a constellation of them paints a much clearer, more consistent picture.
Right. The scorecard offers a structured way to think about these layered signals. It moves beyond just one action to a whole pattern of cues, increasing the reliability of the interpretation.
Precisely. It's not about finding one single golden signal, but rather observing a pattern of behavior that consistently points towards positive interest. It helps you shift from just anecdotal observation to a more comprehensive understanding.
Like pieces of a puzzle. One piece doesn't tell you much, but when several fit together,
the picture starts to emerge with remarkable clarity.
Okay, so we've explored shared moments, which are fleeting but powerful. But what about more tangible, lasting expressions of interest? Like gifts.
Yes, let's move on to gifts. That's the next section.
Moving from the ephemeral yet profound shared moments of vulnerability, let's turn our attention to something more tangible. Something that can physically reside in your life. The art of gift giving. We all give and receive gifts for various reasons, birthdays, holidays, thank yous, sometimes just because. But some gifts just feel different, don't they? They seem to carry an extra weight, maybe a hidden message.
They absolutely can.
So what if she gives you a gift? Let's use the source's example. A keychain for your house or motorcycle keys. On the surface, it's practical, useful for everyday life.
Pretty standard gift, potentially.
Right. But our source suggests there might be a much deeper message here, encoded in the very nature of the gift itself.
Indeed. The clue here isn't just the act of giving a keychain, but the specific details of the keychain itself.
Okay, details matter. Like what?
Well, what if it has a particular token on it? Perhaps the word love, or a heart symbol. Or, maybe even more powerfully, something that directly references an inside joke between you two.
Ah, something specific to us.
Exactly. A shared memory, or a specific interest of yours that maybe only she would know about or remember. That's the crucial clue we're looking for, the personalized element that elevates it beyond just a generic token.
It's the intentionality and specificity that turn a simple object into a potentially powerful symbol.
That's it. So it's not just a keychain. It's a keychain with a story or a message uniquely attached to it, something intimately connected to your relationship. That personalization is key.
Okay, so how does the symbolism work here? Why a keychain specifically?
Well, this is where it becomes profound and incredibly telling. First, let's consider the object itself. A key inherently represents access, security, and trust.
Right. Keys open doors, start engines.
Exactly. Keys guard our most personal spaces, our homes, our cars, sometimes our most valuable possessions. By giving you a ring to hold the key to your home or your vehicle, she is symbolically engaging with the most secure and essential parts of your life.
Wow, I never thought of it that way.
It suggests a desire, perhaps, to be part of your world, to be trusted with something deeply personal and integral to your daily life. Just as a key protects your home or makes your bike run, this gift can symbolize a desire to be an integral, trusted, maybe even cherished part of your life.
It suggests a desire for a deeper, more permanent bond, almost a subtle nod to attachment.
It could certainly be interpreted that way. It's a powerful metaphor. It's not just about holding your keys. It's about holding a piece of your personal space, your sanctuary, your autonomy, things that are very personal and important. It feels like an invitation into your world.
That's a powerful way to look at it. An invitation. And what was the second point about the symbolism?
All right, second, adding a specific symbol like a heart or that personal inside joke element explicitly ties that trust and security to affection. Maybe even love, depending on the symbol.
Okay.
It elevates the gift from a merely practical item to a deeply personal statement, a non-verbal declaration of deeper feelings. It shows she has put profound thought into something unique to your connection, something that resonates with your shared history or potential future.
It's a message that says, I see you, I value you, I understand what's important to you, and I want to be connected to these important parts of your life in a meaningful way.
Precisely. This kind of gift-giving goes beyond mere politeness or obligation. It really touches on emotional bonds.
So this type of gift moves beyond just, say, transactional giving, like giving a generic tie for a birthday because it's expected,
Right.
to relational giving, where the object serves as a vessel for deeper sentiment and personal significance. It's a statement about the relationship itself, not just the occasion.
Well put. It's truly a form of anchoring memories and emotions in a physical object. It demonstrates a level of emotional investment and thoughtful consideration that goes far beyond casual friendship. It's a subtle but strong signal that you occupy a significant, cherished place in her thoughts.
It almost aligns with attachment theory, seeking proximity and connection.
You could definitely draw parallels.
Hmm.
Seeking proximity, connection to those who provide a sense of security and belonging. Such a gift could absolutely be a subtle expression of wanting to deepen that secure attachment.
Okay, this is fascinating. But there's always a but, isn't there? This comes with a major caveat, and our source highlights it as a big one.
Yes, a very important reality check here.
You absolutely have to consider the giver's personality and their usual gift-giving style.
Crucial. Does she typically give incredibly thoughtful, highly symbolic gifts to everyone? Or is she more of a straightforward, practical person generally?
Right. Because you could tie yourself in knots trying to find deep symbolic meaning in a simple gesture from someone who is just inherently very straightforward and pragmatic in their gift giving.
Exactly. If she's the kind of person who just picked it up because it looked nice or was on sale, and maybe she gives similar, non-specific gifts to lots of people.
Then it's likely just that, a nice practical gift. Nothing more. Don't read too much into it.
Correct. However,
Uh-huh.
if she is generally a thoughtful individual, someone who already knows and understands you well, and this specific gift references an inside joke, a shared memory, or a niche interest only you two really share,
Then it's different.
then a gift like this is potentially a massive romantic signal. It demonstrates she's paying acute attention to you, to the details of your life, and is actively finding ways to integrate herself into it meaningfully. It's a testament to her investment in your connection.
Okay, so contrasting examples help, like a generic best dad ever mug versus
Versus a custom engraved item that references, say, a really niche hobby only you two bond over, or a specific line from an early conversation that no one else would get.
Right. The latter carries significantly more weight for this analysis because it requires specific knowledge of you and your connection.
It shows a level of personal insight and effort that transcends mere acquaintance. It says, I listened, I remembered, and this reminded me of you specifically.
And I care.
And I care, yes. The more specific and personal the symbolism, the stronger the signal. It moves from a general gesture of goodwill to a targeted message of affection and interest, tailored just for you. It's her way of saying, I understand the unique fabric of your life, and I want to be part of it.
The thought truly does count, and in this case, the thought is deeply personal and emotionally resonant.
Exactly.
Okay. From what she gives you, let's shift gears. How about how she presents herself to you? That's another incredibly rich area for unspoken signals, isn't it?
It certainly is. Our appearance is one of the primary ways we communicate non-verbally.
So we've talked about the silent invitations within shared spaces, the unique bonds forged in vulnerable moments, and the profound meaning behind symbolic gifts. Now, let's consider another subtle but remarkably powerful area. How she chooses to present herself when she knows she'll be seeing you.
Impression management.
Right. Let's imagine you've invited her for a casual lunch, maybe just at a local restaurant. Now, her acceptance alone isn't necessarily a sign of romance.
No, absolutely not. She might just value your friendship, appreciate your company, or simply not want to be rude by declining.
Exactly. So again, as with all these signals, the context and the specific details are absolutely key here. You can't just assume acceptance means attraction.
Definitely not.
So what's the clue then in this scenario?
The core clue here is a noticeable effort in her appearance. Specifically, when it deviates significantly from her usual routine or the general expectations for that kind of occasion.
Okay, a noticeable effort. Explain.
Observe what she wears. If she shows up in the same kind of loose, comfortable, everyday clothes she typically wears to, say, run errands or hang out casually with friends.
Then it might just be a friendly get-together, a very casual lunch, no big deal.
Probably. But what if there's a distinct and noticeable change? For example, if she usually prefers very casual attire, jeans, a t-shirt, minimal makeup, but she arrives in a more form-fitting outfit.
Okay.
Maybe with extra carefully chosen accessories like a necklace or bracelets that really complement her look, and perhaps a distinct, maybe even new, perfume or cologne.
Ah, so it's the difference that's a signal, the deviation from her norm for this meeting with you.
Precisely. It's not just dressing up in general. It's dressing up for this specific occasion with you. It's a deliberate shift, an investment of time and energy into her appearance specifically for this interaction. It's a conscious decision that signals importance.
That makes so much sense. Why do we do that, though? What's the psychology?
Well, this is all about impression management, a concept that's well established in social psychology. We inherently put in more effort for people whose perception of us we value highly,
Okay.
for those we want to attract, or for whom we want to make a particularly positive impression. By dressing up, by investing that extra time and thought into her appearance, she is non-verbally stating that this meeting is important to her.
And that she values your perception of her.
Exactly. It's a deliberate signal of wanting to make a positive impact, to look her absolute best, specifically for you. It's a subtle but powerful way of communicating, I care what you think, and I want you to see me in the most favorable light possible.
It's like signaling theory in action, sending a costly signal, time, effort to convey regard.
That's a perfect way to think about it, yes. Sending a costly signal to convey a message of high regard or interest.
So this isn't just vanity then, is it? It feels far more profound than that.
It usually is in this context. It's an investment of time and energy into her presentation, specifically for this interaction with you. It shows respect, and it shows a desire to be seen favorably, both absolutely crucial for building any kind of deeper connection, whether that's friendship or romance.
It's an act of showing value and prioritizing the connection.
Precisely. When someone invests that much into their self-presentation for what could have been a very casual encounter, it signals that the encounter itself and the person she is meeting hold a special significance for her. It's a proactive step to enhance the interaction through her appearance.
Okay, now our source highlights a very crucial and maybe often overlooked signal here. What if she directly asks for a compliment?
Ah, yes, that's a big one.
Like, so how do I look? Or do you like this outfit? This kind of direct question is presented as a clear green signal, a very strong indicator of interest.
Indeed. And it's easy to dismiss this as just, fishing for praise, and sometimes maybe it is a little.
Okay.
But often it's more than that. It's an explicit invitation for you to acknowledge her effort and her appearance. It opens a direct line of communication about her self-presentation and, crucially, your reaction to it.
It's her way of saying, I made this effort for you. Did you notice? Do you appreciate it? I'm inviting your positive affirmation.
Exactly. Our source even gives a powerful cultural example, not about asking directly, but about the level of dress. The principle is the deliberate overdressing for the occasion. That's a universal signal of high regard.
Overdressing.
Yeah. For instance, the source mentions a woman wearing an elaborate traditional outfit, like a sari, for what's meant to be a casual date. In that context, it's seen as the ultimate statement of seriousness and intent.
Wow. Okay, so what's the global equivalent?
The global equivalent would be if she shows up looking like she just stepped out of a salon, maybe ready for a gala, for just a casual coffee shop meetup.
Right. The contrast is jarring but intentional.
Exactly. The contrast between the expected attire for the occasion and her chosen, elevated attire is the signal. It conveys a deliberate and powerful statement of intent. It says, this isn't just any coffee date, it's our coffee date, and it matters to me enough to pull out all the stops.
It's almost like an intentional performance for you.
In a way, yes. The level of effort she puts into her appearance, relative to the context, is a direct indicator of how much she values your perception and the potential for a deeper connection. It's a way of saying, I want to impress you, and I want to be seen as desirable by you.
Okay. But what if it's not that dramatic? What about subtler efforts?
Subtler efforts still count. Even looking especially neat and put together, despite maybe having a really busy schedule, perhaps just a really polished, casual look, not over the top, while also maintaining a sweet and engaging conversation. That can still be a romantic signal. It's still a noticeable elevation from her baseline, maybe.
So it doesn't have to be a ball gown for coffee.
Definitely not. This also shows immense respect for you and the time you're spending together. It communicates that she considers this interaction significant enough to make that effort, even if it's not a huge wardrobe change.
It's about the care she puts into the encounter.
Exactly. Signaling her interest in fostering a positive connection and showing you that she prioritizes this time with you. It implies she wants to be present, engaged, and seen in her best light when she's with you. It recognizes the value of your shared time and the impression she leaves.
It's a testament to her genuine desire for a positive interaction, maybe more.
Potentially, yes.
So we've explored 4 powerful unspoken signals: proximity, vulnerability, gifts, presentation, each revealing layers of human connection and potential romantic interest. This has been a truly illuminating journey through the nuances of nonverbal cues.
It's a fascinating area.
It really is. What does all this mean in the grand scheme of things for our listeners? Where do we go from here?
Well, we've covered a lot of ground.
Wow, what a journey we've just taken. We've navigated through the intriguing landscapes of proximity and personal space. We've explored the profound shared vulnerability of the umbrella effect,
Right.
delved into the deep meaning behind symbolic gifts, and observed the telling cues of thoughtful self-presentation. These 4 scenarios, so imaginatively presented by Mehdi Hassan in the source material.
They really are fantastic tools.
Yeah, they're fantastic tools to help you, our listener, become a much better observer, to tune into that silent language that's constantly being spoken around us, whether we realize it or not.
And it's crucial to remember, as our source emphasizes, that these insights are not a license to, jump to definitive judgments. Nor, heaven forbid, are they an excuse to bother someone with unwanted attention.
Absolutely not. That's not the point at all.
No. Instead, they're designed to offer genuine encouragement if you already feel a connection, if you're sensing something special. But maybe both of you were just a bit too shy, too hesitant to make the first overt move.
So it's about confirmation, maybe, building confidence.
Exactly. They empower you with greater awareness, helping you to notice and interpret the subtle clues that might already be there, silently confirming your own developing feelings. It's about building confidence through understanding, not about overanalyzing every tiny action or imposing your desires onto another person.
It's about being attuned, not intrusive.
Beautifully put. Attuned, not intrusive.
This deep dive has offered such valuable insights into the incredible power of the unspoken. It reminds us just how much of our most meaningful communication really does transcend mere words.
It truly does.
But as you process these subtle cues, as you refine your ability to observe and understand, here's something for you to mull over. A thought to carry with you long after this deep dive concludes.
Okay.
While decoding these nonverbal signals can indeed be a beautiful, exciting, and often thrilling part of the dance of romance and human connection.
It can be, yes, offering tantalizing hints and growing confidence.
Right. But remember that the clearest, most unmistakable signal is always the one spoken with honesty and courage.
That's a crucial point.
If you truly want to know how she feels, if you're ready to move beyond the unspoken realm of subtle gestures and shared glances, the most respectful and frankly effective approach
Is to find the right moment and share your own feelings directly and respectfully.
Exactly. That is a step that no signal, no matter how strong it seems, no matter how perfectly it aligns on a scorecard, can ever truly replace.
Ultimately, genuine, clear, and direct communication is the cornerstone. It's the foundation of any truly clear, lasting, and deeply connected relationship. Nothing beats clarity.
That's such a powerful thought to leave you with the art of keen observation, expertly paired with the courage of clear, heartfelt communication. It's about using both sides of the coin, really.
Understanding the unspoken, but valuing the spoken.
Exactly. Using both to build truly meaningful relationships and navigate the wonderful complexities of human connection.
Well said.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. Keep observing, keep connecting, and most importantly, keep learning.